Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Brooklyn Rayne and you are watching Brooklyn Rayne Gaming. Oh wait, no we're not. Oh my gosh. Hi guys, my name is Brooklyn Rayne. Welcome to my channel. Today is a special day, as it always is when I start these videos. I am doing my very first painting dedicated video. It is the afternoon, it is 4:36 August 4th, which means I have exactly 10 days until my brother's birthday. And for my brother's birthday, he requested a few months ago that he wanted a Dragon Ball Z painting fan art that I do. I've done 2 other fan arts. And last night, in the wee hours of the night, I spent 4 hours sketching a blueprint for this painting. So I'm gonna send y'all over to that footage. Hi guys, I can take this off. Hi guys, welcome to the past. So I'm about to get started on the painting. It is right now, it is 1:26 in the morning, August 4th, which means we have exactly 10 days until my brother's birthday, which means I have exactly 10 days to get his painting done. I want it to be done on his birthday, even though he might not come over. Just in case he does, I want him to be able to actually get his gift, which means that the only mediums I can use for this painting is watercolor or acrylic. And I'm going to do acrylic because I do oil paint as of recent, as of December. I do oil paint, but I'm doing alone as of last December. So like this December of 2023, I do oil paint. But I don't know why I thought I got those oil paints last Christmas. I got them the Christmas before last. But if I oil paint this painting, there's no way it's going to be dry. So I have to do acrylic, which is easier for me to blend with oil paints because they never dry. It takes forever, but I guess I'll just have to be careful with the acrylic. You know, right now I'm picking canvases and I've picked some reference photos. I am doing a fan art for him. A few years back, like good bit back, I did this before I even get into that, this is going to be a Dragon Ball Z fan art. I've done 2 fan arts for Dragon Ball Z in my time. Most of my art is like fan art, like that's mostly what I do, because for some reason it's very hard for me to paint something that's only in my mind. So I'm very good is a stretch. I'm good at replicating. So for his birthday a few years ago, I did this Ballsy fan art for him, and it was him in Trunks, because that's his favorite character. Split down the middle, half was him in that art style. And then like a year ago at this point, almost 2 years ago, for Paul's birthday, he is also a huge Dragon Ball Z fan. He loved Nathan's painting, and he told me that he wanted one for him. So I did him and Vegeta half and half in Super Saiyan form, his birthday. And my brother saw that and he was like, oh, I want a new Dragon Ball Z fan art, but I want to be in Super Saiyan form, because in his, they were not in Super Saiyan form. It was just normal. I can insert the pictures of them, you know, I can insert the pictures of them here, but now I have to do it again. Oh my gosh, Sweet Victory episode is on. Watch the song. We can be back, but I need to backtrack on what I said. I remembered the acrylic painting. The Trunks hybrid painting that I did was in acrylic. and it was a couple years ago, and that was from my brother. The Vegeta / Paul painting y'all saw, that was in oil, which means I did that painting like 7-8 months ago, not almost 2 years ago. I keep getting the year I got the oil paints mixed up, but I did it in December of last year, that painting, and that was in oil. And my oh my, it wasn't even dry when I gave it to him, and I did that painting literally like 3 weeks before his birthday, and it still was not dry when I gave it to him, which means I cannot do that for my brother because it's a very rambunctious dog in that house, and she won't make it through the drying process. So acrylic it is. So here we are. I have my other phone because I'm filming on this phone. I have found some reference photos for this. So this is reference number 1. I was gonna do half and half, but I wanted like it to be like an action, and he already has a half and half one. So I don't know if he'll like, that's just 2 half and half paintings. I wanted to make it at least a little different. So I'm gonna put him and Trunks on it, and hopefully it works out for me. But I screenshotted 2 pictures off Google to use as references. So this is the first one. Hold on. This is the first one, and I'm hoping that it goes well. So this one would be Trunks. I'm gonna keep it as Trunks. The thumbnail exposing, I make my thumbnails on this phone as well, so that's what this camera roll is filled with. And ignore that I accidentally screenshotted the volume bar as well, but there's this one, and I'm like, oh, it's focusing on my face. There's this one as well, and I'm like, I'll make this one my brother. Like, I'll just, it'll be a forum reference. So, and luckily for me, they're like the way I want them to, and I'm thinking I'm gonna have them like, the painting is the perspective of we are the one being attacked by them, so it will be a coup d'etat. That is not the right it's not the right context to use that, I don't think. But we'll be the villain being attacked by them both at once. We'll be being jumped, basically. That's what I'm saying. Like, and luckily for me, but even if they weren't facing the way I wanted them to be facing, like, they could just flip the photo. But I got these both off Google, as you could tell by that little Google image lens in the bottom corner. But those are my references. So I found those today as I was playing video games. I have my big art bag next to me, but that leads us to here. I'm going to be sketching tonight. That's why y'all are with me. I have my color pencils to sketch with because I was gonna do it with pencils, but the pencils are annoying, my drawing pencils, because they mix with the lead, mixes with the paint, and like makes my paintings like a little muddy. So I'm trying to negate that by using a light colored color pencil, and I have this big pink eraser, classic to draw with, to draw the outline with. I have canvas options. This canvas, which I thought I was gonna do the painting on, but I'm like, now that I'm putting 2 people on this canvas, I don't know if, like, I feel like this is gonna be too small, especially with the fact, like, if I was just drawing it, it would probably be fine, but trying to paint this small, like fitting 2 people on this, it would be a bit challenging because I don't have like a bunch of really small paint brushes. And I have this is from a notebook, a big sketchbook, where it's like a multi-purpose art textbook, so you're able to paint on it or whatever. And I was like, oh, it's nice because you'll be able to frame it. And it was an option because I thought it was like way bigger than this, but they're pretty much basically the same size. This is just slightly taller, but I swore in my mind it was way bigger, but it wasn't. So, but these are the first 2 options. Then I have the option of this bigger one, which this is the size of the other 2 paintings that I showed y'all that I inserted. Both of those fan arts are on a canvas this size. So I might go this size, especially since I'm putting 2 people on it. And I also have a black canvas if I really wanted to be extra and make it pop, but that, I feel like I'm just gonna be like wasting paint doing that. So I don't think I am, and it's just gonna make the process unnecessarily harder for me. It's just a matter of like, there's no point, I mean, if I want him to be able to frame it, there's no point in choosing this over this because they're basically the same size. It's just a matter of what size I want. And I think I'm just gonna bite the bullet and do the bigger one, because even though I'm going to be using more paint, it's gonna have really small brushes to accommodate for the smaller painting with what I'm trying to do, with a smaller canvas for what I'm trying to do. So I'm pretty much stuck doing this big old one, but hopefully it works out. So I'm gonna turn on my body cams, okay? I'm going to start sketching. I think I'm going to use a silver color pencil or should I use like gold? I have silver and gold. Speaking of, this 50-cent gem of a color pencil set was a spectacular Dollar Tree find, and I've never seen this set in Dollar Tree since I bought it, so I'm glad I got it. As you see, there's silver and gold in there, and I feel like that might be good to trace with, so maybe I'll use gold. Where's the gold? There's the gold color pencil. So I'm thinking I'm just gonna like use this, or maybe the silver if I feel like this is too dark. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not very good with, okay, notification. I'm not very good with like form. So let's hope this works out for me. I took years of art classes in high school and I'm still not good with form. And I'm still not good with drawing anything outside of a cartoon. So this is very advanced for a cartoon for me. I'm more so I can draw like Gravity Falls characters. So this very out of my comfort zone, but a birthday is a birthday. And I will get his reaction just for y'all. Hopefully I remember, but I will get his reaction. But we are officially in our first paint dedicated vlog. So I'm gonna jump back to the future and show y'all the sketch progress. So into the future you go. So welcome back. Now that y'all have seen my preparations, I did spend 4 hours on that sketch. When I started, it was almost 5 a.m. when I was finished, but I have her next to me. So here she is. Is it focused? It is-ish. Is it? Let's hope it's focused. But here's the painting. Exciting stuff. So obviously this is my brother, and then here is Trunks. And they are clearly attacking us. And in the background, it's harder for y'all to see, but it is Kami's house in the back on his little island. Because do they really fight at Kami's house? No. But I just love how Kami's house look. I think it's so pretty and I wanted to paint it. So I made that the setting. It was purely selfish reasons, I'm not gonna lie, but I actually was able to get something passable on this. Truly the grace of God that had it turn out like this. But now it is time to start actually painting. I'm about to Google with my other phone. I'm about to Google whether or not it is easier to start with the characters or the background. I feel like, I don't know why, but in my mind and heart is telling me that it would be easier to start with the background, but I don't know if that makes sense. So I'm gonna Google it, but I might start with the background because I feel like the background is gonna be very like basic. But I'll show y'all just saw this is my, I'll turn up the brightness for you. This is my inspo that I got off Google for Kami's house. This is what I was going for. So you see it. Like this is the inspo. So that's what I was going for. But now I'm gonna Google, is it easier or is it doable to start with the background of a painting first? Especially since with this it'll be way easier to paint and everything than starting on the characters. It's focused on me again. It'll be way easier than starting on the characters first, I feel like, because it's pretty basic. There's a lot of solid colors, you know what I'm feeling. So I'm gonna Google it. I'm gonna Google, is it easier? Because in my heart I feel like it's gonna be okay, but I'm gonna Google, is it okay to start with the background on paintings first? Okay, it says yes, it is generally okay and often recommended to start with the background when painting, especially with opaque mediums like acrylics and oil. Painting the background first can help establish the overall color harmony, value, composition of the painting, and can make it easier to define the edges of your main subject. However, this is not a strict rule, and some artists prefer to work on the foreground to background, or even more a improvisational manner. So it has been decided. I'm starting on the background first. I just felt like it would be easier, especially since it's more simple. But we're gonna get started on her. I'm proud of this. I told y'all this was like way out of my comfort zone, but we got her done. Now, if the proportions are off, which they most likely are because I did it, don't say nothing. Do not say a word about the proportions. Okay, just appreciate my effort. So we're gonna get started. I'm gonna set y'all up and we're gonna set up my easel and get my paints and stuff. So that's what we're about to do, because I have a movie I'm gonna watch, Once Upon a Wish, and paint. And once the movie's over, I guess I'm just gonna push myself to exercise, because it is a new week. It is, well, it's into the new week. It's Monday now, and since I exercise Sunday, at one rest day a week where I don't exercise at all. So I don't think I'm gonna use that today. I'm not gonna lie, I do not think I'm gonna use that today. So there we go. But I could use it today is what I'm saying. We'll see, but I think I'm gonna exercise today, so I'm probably gonna do that when I finish the movie, which is gonna cut off my painting. But you know, we're gonna get into it. Y'all, so I have it all set up. I have the painting on the easel, tea sitting right here, my most used art supplies, and this is my acrylic paints, my newer acrylic paints. They're my nicer ones, so I'm going to be using those for this special occasion. And I have the color pencils out again, my eraser just to fix a few perspective issues in the painting. It's particularly like this, the angles are not right for the perspective of the house, so I'm gonna fix that. But that's the only thing that's really glaring out at me right now. I don't even know if my brother would notice, but I notice. So here we are. I'm going to get started on her. Let's see. Well, let's get started. Hey y'all, it is now 9:09, so pretty much my dinner time. I ended up painting really late doing the background, as you can tell. So I think today is going to be my rest day from exercising. Last week my rest day was Sunday. This week I guess it's gonna be Monday, but it is what it is. I finished the background. Very exciting. I will show y'all in. This is what she looks like now in hindsight. I will say I accidentally made the island. I realized after I finished, I was like, I made the island very large in comparison to the house on the show. The house is basically almost falling off that island. But to be fair, when I sketched the island per out, it was 4 in the morning, so I was kind of delirious. I had too much trust in 4 in the morning version of me, but that's okay. It still works. So we have the background, and since today is going to be my rest day, I'm just going to go as long as possible with the painting. Obviously with the dinner break and everything, especially since tomorrow is a filming day and I'm wrapping up another vlog tomorrow, and I'm filming gaming videos. That's what the filming day means. I'm filming gaming videos. That means I'm not gonna have time to paint tomorrow. So I might as well just do a bunch of painting today while I can and have all the free time to do it. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to set y'all up. What I'm about to start on right now is I'm going to do the swords. So I'm going to go item by item until I finish. So I've done the background. I'm going to do the swords now. And then when I finish the swords, I guess the next item I'll work on is their jackets, and I'll see how that goes. But this is how she's looking so far. To make all of the colors on the same, why is it focused on the background? To make all the colors on the same theme, I've been using this mixer color. I don't know what the technical term is, but it's where you mix all of your colors that you're using with the same, with like a splash of one specific color, so all of the colors are in the same color family, so it looks like more cohesive and more like in the same universe. This is the first time I'm actually using this technique in practice, but this is the color I'm mixing with every color I use on the painting to make them all in the same family, so to speak. It is yellow ochre, ochre. You can read it. Is it focused? Here's the color. This is the color I'm mixing with everything to get her done. And I think it kind of worked. They're all, I feel like it looks like, why is it focused on the Proud Family again? I feel like it's doing it again. I feel like it's all, every time I say I feel like it's all, it's focusing on Penny's face, that's why. But as I was saying, I feel like it's all in cohesive and in the same, it's focused on my hand now, that it's all in the same color family of sorts. So I feel like it kind of worked. You think? I don't know. But I'm trying to get her done. I am tired. I didn't have the best quality of sleep last night. But I'm gonna get her done, and I'm hungry, so I'm gonna have to go make my dinner soon. We are on a journey with this painting, but I'm trying my best, and that's all that matters. It's a gift from the heart, so does it actually have to be good if it's from the heart? Just saying. But let's get back into this painting. All right, I am officially done for the night. I don't think I'm painting tomorrow because as I said, it's a filming day, so I'm going to be filming gaming videos. I have to clean the kitchen, exercise, all that, so I don't think I'm going to have time to paint, which is why I painted so much today. All I have left to do is their skin, hair, the swords. Why did I pronounce the W so much? I don't know. The swords and that one lonesome shoe. So honestly, I did not anticipate how hard it would be to mix the purples for their jackets. It was a nightmare. But to treat myself, I'm going to have some ice cream now to make myself feel better. So I'm about to finish. I'm gonna put this in the corner and I'm going to go about my business. Once again, with the perspectives of this painting and with the lights and shadows, just look the other way. Honestly, at some point, I just started painting on a hope and a dream. So I don't think my brother will notice. So that's all that matters. But gosh, she blows. I'm gonna sit her in the corner on the easel. It's already pretty much dry. I'm gonna sit it in the corner. And why does it look weird right now? I don't know. And it'll be what it'll be, because baby, it's meant to be. All right, it is officially 1:12. I'm out of here. See y'all when I see y'all, probably Wednesday, because I'm not gonna see y'all Tuesday. I am back. I have finished the complexion and everything. If you can see the complexion, hair, and I'm watching Death Becomes Her now, one of the faves, and it is now 2 a.m. and I'm tired, so I'm stopping. I thought it was going to be 2 hours, but it didn't take 2 hours. I think I finished the hair and skin in 1 hour and 40 minutes. And I feel like it would go way quicker if I didn't have to mix all the colors. Yes. If they were pre-mixed colors, that would be fine. But there are not. Literally, in my set, you see how much purple is on this page? Purple does not exist in my paints. So I have to mix everything. That's most of the struggle. And my color theory ain't bad, but it ain't strong. So I'm struggling here. I messed up the complexion at first, but I was able to fix it. But I'll give y'all a closer look. But I'm finishing this tomorrow. And luckily for me, Trunks' head is little. It's little, especially compared to my brother's head. So it should go quicker. And luckily for me, when I mix the sword paints, it's gonna be the same color, the swords. So I'm only gonna have to mix the sword paints. The handles are going to be the same color. I just knew, I was like, it's about to be 2 a.m. I do not want to have to mix Trunks' hair and face color and then paint it. Like, that wasn't going to work for me. So that's the decision that I made. And you know what? I'm happy with it. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. I am still using the technique of putting a splash of yellow. I am still doing that. And I don't even know, can you tell the difference that everything is like from the same palette? All of it has that mixed in. Can you tell? I don't know. They told me that it was supposed to look like it had a filter on it. We'll see when I'm done. But yeah, I'm going to show y'all a close-up and then I am going to go to bed. So let me show y'all. So here's a better look at the painting if it stops focusing on the background. but I didn't feel like mixing that situation. And you know what, we're very close to the finish line. Luckily I have this paint marker to do this part, so I didn't have to try to do it with a brush, because as I said, I really don't have any small brushes, so I use a fine tip Sharpie for like these really small details right here, but I'm making do with what I have, and obviously that's the paint marker's work. But here's the complexion. I promise you it was extra busted before. Y'all almost saw it, but I thought I was recording and my phone had died, so I wasn't. Because I did record me doing the complexion, like the first draft. And in person, it's more cohesive, less brush strokey. I don't know what to do about that to make y'all see it easier, but there he blows. Please stop focusing on Goldie Hawn. There's a picture in the glory and Goldie. So please, ma'am. So this is a picture in his glory for now. Also, the colors in person are lighter as well, because in my mind, since he is melanated, I was like, I'm gonna make him like a dark dirty blonde in Super Saiyan form. You know, his will be the normal yellow blonde. It made sense in my mind. Oh my gosh, I have to give him his freaking tattoo. Hold on one second. So I put his tattoos on. He has like little angel wings on his neck, and on his sideburns he has fear of God, but obviously the God is on this side. So it's on there now. Now it's really him. There you go. So I'm done. He's about to take the potion. So I'm done for the night. I gotta put all this stuff up now. See y'all tomorrow. Hey y'all, what day is it? Let's see. It is August 9th, so T-minus 5 days until his birthday, but he's not going to be here on his birthday, so we're going to see him on the day before his birthday on the 13th. So T-minus 4 days. I'm thinking I'm going to have this painting finished by today. This is where we left off. As y'all know, this is where we left off. Close up, close up, close up, close up, close up. So I'm about to try to finish it today. I haven't seen y'all for 2 days because I had a filming day for the gaming channel, and then I had an editing day right after. So that took up the last 2 days. I was able to do 2 gaming videos, edited, uploaded, and shorts in those 2 days. So that's good because I'm gonna have a busy week next week. I will be vlogging, but I'm going to be dropping off. We're gonna get my sister's apartment ready for school and my brother's birthday outing before he pieces out to Texas for his actual birthday. So that's all next week. So I need to get all this done ahead of time. And now the last thing on the agenda to finish his actual gift, this painting. I have everything laid out once again. I need to grab my older throw to lay on top of me for any drippage. And we're gonna get started. I even bought the tripod out for y'all. So we have steadier angle of the painting time lapse. I have my other phone for the reference photos. Let me remind y'all of them real quick. Okay, we have our reference photos here. So we're about to finish her up. Let's get started. Yay! And we have Love After Lockup on the TV. So very exciting stuff going on. New season just started. Started last week. So this week was episode 2, which I watched yesterday because yesterday was Friday, and they come out Thursdays, but I watch it like on Friday, you know? But yeah, let's get to it. Hi, I finished their swords. So their swords are, where's the other sword? Right here. Their swords are done. But it is currently 8:40 and I'm making dinner today. So I gotta do a pause for the cause and cook. So I'm about to go do that. And then when I'm finished, we'll be back to, we'll be back to do the whatchamacallit. What was I saying? Oh, we'll be back to finish the painting. And literally the last thing is Trunk's tiny little head, his tiny little hand, his tiny little shoe, and the blue details on their sword, the sheaths, the sword cases. So that's the last thing I need to do. And it's near. And I was surprised when I look back at the footage since I time lapsed this whole thing. That took me 50 minutes. Am I slow? Do I operate in slow motion? Because why did that take me as long as it did? I don't know. That's why I'm 16 hours into this painting. That's exactly why. I just move slow. But that's okay. We're almost done. But let me go cook. See y'all in a bit. Finished eating. I cooked. And now we're back to it. I'm only a little bit tired. It's 11 o'clock now. I did a little bit of outlining on the jacket, and that's pretty much it. A little bit of outlining on the jacket, the sword, and the house. But we're about to do it. I've already took the liberty of mixing the color of Trunks' face on the palette to help quicken it up a little bit. And by a little bit, I mean I probably saved, what, 2 minutes of time. But we're gonna get to it. I'm gonna put y'all back on this tripod and we're gonna finish her up. So as I said, now we have, since the swords are done, all we have is Trunks' face, shoe, and the blue on the sword sheath case thingies. And we're done. So let's hurry up and get to it. Hey y'all, it is 12:49 on August 10th. And I am officially done with this painting. Here she is. I'm gonna catch up with you guys tomorrow, because tomorrow we're gonna be able to get like a good look at the painting in daylight. And I'm gonna have to figure out how I'm gonna have to find wrapping paper and wrap it. So I'll see y'all then. Hey y'all, it is the morning, well not the morning, it's the afternoon now, it's 3 o'clock. I'm about to eat. I have my personal Celeste pizza here, and that's my lunch. But I showed y'all, she is completely done. I'm gonna get some shots of it so y'all can see it in detail in the natural light. After I filmed, I added a few little details. Some places I realized I forgot to outline, and I added my signature, so stuff like that. But she is completely done for the time being. I think tomorrow I'm going to find, today I'm gonna find some wrapping paper that isn't too Christmas themed, and I'm gonna wrap it up tomorrow. But when I find the wrapping paper, I will show y'all for sure. It is still August 10th, so 4 days until his birthday, 3 days until he gets it, because as I said, he's going to Texas for his birthday, so he won't be here. But I'm in my workout clothes, by the way, but we are at prime time. So I'm gonna get some shots for y'all, and I'm gonna eat, and hopefully during the day stumble across some wrapping paper that doesn't have Santa on it. Hey y'all, I say that at the beginning of every clip, and I promise you it's probably irritating, but it is the next day, of course. T-2 days when he gets his gift. We're going out Wednesday. I'm going to be vlogging that day for a different vlog, but we're going out Wednesday, all us girls, and that is the day before my brother leaves. So we were going to stop by his place and give him his gift, because we're hanging out with him that night out for his birthday before he goes, so I won't be able to give it to him then. But I did find the unicorn paper, wrapping paper that was used for my sister's birthday. Now, is this a wrapping paper for a 28-year-old man? Well, about to be 28-year-old man? No. But is that my business? No, because it's not like he's keeping the wrapping paper. If he wants it wrapped, he gotta accept that. But I'm gonna eat my sandwich that I've made. It's two slightly, I don't want to say anorexic, but waffles. They're, you know what, we'll say malnourished. Two malnourished waffles with Swiss cheese and some roast from dinner from last night, because y'all, I just can't do sweet waffles like that. But I will do a waffle with just chocolate chips on it, or I'll do waffles with honey peanut butter spread. So I will do that. But other than that, it's got to be like a savory sandwich thing, or it ain't getting eaten. I'm sorry. But I'm gonna devour this, and I'm filming some gaming videos today because I'm booked and busy until the middle of next week, because my sister and I are gonna be dog sitting for my brother because he's in Texas. Well, he's going to Texas. And I cannot film with Baby Bear stomping on everything. That's just not gonna work. And that's why I've been getting a little bit ahead in my videos. This is the first time I've been ahead in my videos since my laptop decided to kick the bucket almost 2 months ago. I'm a little bit ahead now. I'm gonna try to get even more a little bit ahead. So, well, today. So very exciting. I'm playing a horror game and a fun game, both indie games. And one is popular at the moment. The one that's popular at the moment is a variety game. And the other one is any game that just came out, and she's not popular at the moment, but I believe in her. It's a really fun concept. But I'm gonna wrap the gift before I start filming, because who knows how long filming is gonna go, and I still have to exercise and everything today, so you know how it goes. But I'll see y'all after I'm done eating so we can wrap the painting. Hey y'all, I just took the thumbnail and relishing in this moment because it's the last time I'm going to see her in all of her glory unwrapped while she's still in my possession. So I have the wrapping paper, I have the tape and scissors. So it is about time that she gets into her tomb. Let me take it off. Now you can see what's going on my bed. A lot of blankets and a food scale. Ignore that. I gotta hurry up because still have to film. I'm not too far behind schedule though. I'm just gonna be exercising later today. It is currently 4:35, which one of the games is supposed to be short. That's what I'm banking on. But here's the last we're before she's his. Well, last we're seeing of her without wrapping paper. I could wrap it tomorrow, but you know what? Let's just do it today. This is gonna take a lot of wrapping paper. Oh my gosh. Wrapping paper stuck to itself at the bottom. That's killing the vibe. Huge piece of wrapping paper here. Where did she go? I'm even gonna miss this painting. This is definitely the best painting I've ever done. Why would I give away all my extra good ones? It's sad to see her go, but it's gotta happen. I have pictures and videos. Into the wrapping paper she goes. Did I let y'all see? I don't know. Y'all are seeing a little bit of table, but that's not around. Shoes. She's all wrapped up, as y'all can see. The next time we see her will be during the reveal, which I will film. Knock on wood. I'm hoping to film it because hopefully he is there at home when we stop by on Wednesday. Because if he's not, I'm not gonna be there. I could ask him to FaceTime me when he opens it, but y'all know the new Apple update, there's no audio when you FaceTime. But I'm gonna try my absolute best to get the reveal on camera for you guys. But I'm gonna sit this back on the easel until I bring it Wednesday, and that's when I'll see y'all. And it's Monday currently, if y'all were confused. See you later. Oh, the flash was not on purpose.
And it's funny you got this bird like that. You finally a super saint. Bro, what in the world? Oh yes. Oh yes. This is crazy. I told you I was true.